There are many reasons why someone would choose to leave their job. Low pay, crappy manager, no work-life balance, or perhaps few opportunities for advancement. But even if employees' expectations are met, they still often feel uninspired, unfulfilled, and detached without an authentic personal purpose. And so they pogo stick from job to job, hoping to find worth and meaning in the workplace. If that sounds like you or some members of your team, it might be time for some serious introspection. A personal purpose defines who you are, your goals, and what you want to get out of life. Like a brand's purpose, it's your reason for being beyond making bank. According to a study by McKinsey, 85% of executives in upper management said that they live their stated purpose at work. Good for them. However, only 15% of frontline managers and frontline employees agreed. That's bad news.
Houston, we have a problem.
So even if a brand's purpose is right for the business, it's essentially meaningless if some employees are still trying to find their own true north. Think of it this way. Installing an in-ground pool may be great for your property, but if your family has a fear of water, what's the point? To figure out your personal purpose, experts say, you must understand what makes you happy and feel fulfilled. It demands asking tough questions like, what kind of mark do you want to make in the workplace, in your life, and in the world? Employers can play an important role here. Organizational leaders can help facilitate these feelings by clarifying what employees want and what difference they want to make in the world. Leaders should also create the space that employees need to find their purpose, regardless of job function or title. And if your organization can demonstrate that there's clear alignment between your employees' personal purpose and the brand's purpose, they will be more motivated to bring it every day with passion and energy. That spirit can extend to the highest reaches of an organization, as I learned from Jeff Shuck, co-owner of Plenty Consulting, in a recent episode of the Beyond Profit podcast.
Absolutely, the team performance, the company performance, the morale, all of that increases if we're aligned on things that were truly authentic to us. There's another side of it that's equally important, which is at a certain point, why would you spend your own time on something that's not valuable to you?
Right.
You know, and
right.
And that's a more vulnerable conversation, but it's often a conversation we end up having with a CEO or maybe a founder who's now 20 years into the business and it's not feeling the same. And, you know, so I think one of the things we love about our work is like working with these large organizations and these high performing teams, but making this change that is personal for people. You know, you only have so much time, and why on earth would you trade your passion for someone else's money, right? You know, there's just no need to do that. And I think when you start to open people's eyes a little bit, like, well, what if you didn't have to do that? You know, what if you could align how you made money with what you really cared about? And maybe you wouldn't even have to leave your company. Maybe you can just do it right here. It's really transformative for people. And I think some of our most rewarding success stories are the organization has changed, the growth trajectory has changed, and people come back and say, I'm so much happier.
Unfortunately, as wonderful as all that sounds, there's still plenty of work to do. According to a study by Gartner, 82% of employees said it's important for their organization to see them as a person, but only 45% believe that's actually the case. Raising greater awareness of the impact personal purpose can have on an employee and the business can go a long way toward humanizing the workplace. Just consider some of these acknowledged benefits: greater job satisfaction, higher energy, better health, stronger commitment, better attitude, greater pride, deeper connections, personal and professional growth. We know that people want to work for organizations that align with their values and purpose, even if they stand to make more money elsewhere. By working with employees to add purpose to their careers and lives, you can help minimize all the job hopping that hinders business growth. You can also build a dedicated and impassioned team that's in it for the long haul. And doesn't that sound like the ideal work environment? For the Beyond Profit podcast, I'm Ken Beaulieu.